school, Newark school, which would be Carver. I'm walking to the corner, which is Leslie and Bragaw.
So Tawanda,
Yeah.
how old is your daughter?
10 years old.
10 years old. And what school did she go to in 2013, 2014?
Bragaw
Avenue School. So next year, this school is going to be closed. And this school is going to be closed next year. What school will your child be going to next year?
We either have to be George Washington Carver or Chancellor Avenue.
George Washington Carver or Chancellor Avenue?
Yes.
So we're going to actually walk through George Washington Carver and see how long this walk is. Now, can you take your daughter to school every day? What time do you normally take your daughter to school? 8:15. Okay. And you take your daughter to school at 8:15. And how long is the walk to where you live to your school?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? And have you ever walked to George Washington Carver?
One time.
One time? Did you ever walk your daughter to school to George Washington Carver? No. Okay. So what do you think about this One North plan for you as a parent and for your child?
I think it's very inconvenient. If I'm sick and not feeling well, she can just walk herself to school.
Okay.
Rather than for myself walking her.
Okay.
At the evening time when I'm going to work, she walks herself home at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So I just think it's unfair that they decided that, they want to close the nearest school and kids have to travel far.
Okay. And your daughter is how old?
She's 10.
10 years old. Now, when you walk your daughter to school, is there ever a crossing guard here?
No.
No? Okay. So right now, we're going to cross Hobson and Bragaw because we have to go across this bridge to go to George Washington Carver.
Yes.
So normally there would be a crossing guard here, but there's not.
Or in the street light. And there's no street lights and the cars are coming in every direction.
Okay.
And then we going towards the bridge. And you can hear the trucks, under going through it, 78.
Okay. Now there's no street lights in these two, and there's no street lights above. So it's pretty dark here, right? Okay. So this is the normal walk that you would have to take your child to school every single day since the school that you get to is closed. Also know that they're going to increase the amount of students at George Washington Carver by 150 students? No one told you that? So what were you told as a parent about the school that your child is being removed from? There's only 16 kids in your daughter's class. Well, how many students do they say are going to be in your daughter's class next year?
25.
25. So right now we're going to cross Hobson, and there's no crossing guard on the street right here, which is a very isolated or desolate street.
You got, construction going on, which means you have guys out here working, and it's just not safe.
It's not safe? Okay.
And then across the street here, you got a apartment building, most of it is empty. So you don't know who's living there. No crossing guard, there's no security, or
No crossing guard, no security. Okay. And no police officer, correct?
Correct.
And this is the typical form that you have to with your child every day. Now, do you try to get your daughter on school on time every day?
Yes.
Okay.
She's on time.
She's on time every day. Now, if we were walking this direction, would you walk to the closest corner, which is the busiest street, or would you walk on down one of these?
I would walk straight down to, I believe, the quitting place.
Okay.
Because if you go down one of these side streets, it's more dangerous.
Okay, so you're saying that these right here are relatively in the draw a little bit more dangerous, so you'll walk all the way down to
all the way down to the corner, but that's what you walk in front of the school. If you go down 14, you get the back of the street.
Okay. And there's a lot of empty buildings. And one of the things that they talk about in terms of, you want to make sure that your child has a safe environment, that they're able to walk to and from school, where people with families live. And as a parent, do you think that your child is being uprooted from where they would find a community where they are a community to somewhere much different in a different neighborhood?
Exactly. Because my daughter don't know, she don't know anyone in this neighborhood. And in my neighborhood, there's neighbors that she know all her life. I have known all my life.
Okay.
So for her to get the ugly neighborhood, she was a kid, and as a kid, she came to that community, and that's no fight for her.
So one of the things that you're saying is that when you put a kid into another neighborhood, it increases the possibility of your child getting into a fight.
Yeah. Okay. So they see the kid as a threat.
They see the kid as a threat because they're from a different neighborhood. Yeah. So what we're doing now is we're approaching Clinton Place and Bragaw. And that's a bus. So if you ever wanted to get onto the bus from where you live, and you want to go to Hawthorne Avenue to take the bus down to Hawthorne and Clinton Place, to take the Valley Fair over to get to your child's school, about how much would that cost you?
It'd be $1.50. But if I want to catch a bus on Hawthorne Avenue and catch another bus, that's 2 buses. That's like $2.20 a day.
$2.20 a day. Now you have a son, right?
Yes.
What school does your son go to?
Technology.
Do you pay for bus fare?
No, they get some bus tickets because
okay. Now, what if there was a technology school here in the South Ward, like there's in the North Ward? Would you send your child to school locally?
Yeah.
So if you had choice, you would send your child to school in the neighborhood where you live?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I just think that everybody needs choice. Like, it's always been charter school, and it's not a charter against a public school, but it's a matter of choice. Choose to send your child to a charter, that's fine. Unless you have the option to send your child to a public school. But I've been going to public school all of my life.
Okay. So, you prefer your child to go to a neighborhood public school?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get the same education. If the child wants to learn, I believe there are
okay.
If your child wants to learn, he or she will learn.
Now, was your child's school on the application?
No.
Why?
They said that they want to do a charter launch, meaning that even if charter wouldn't come into the new public school, they'll be closed anyway. They say because of poor test scores and poor attendance.
Poor test scores and poor attendance. Okay. Now, is there another school in your neighborhood that has great scores and great attendance?
Yeah, Hawthorne Avenue School.
Hawthorne Avenue School. Okay. Was Hawthorne Avenue School a choice for you?
Yeah, it would be a choice.
Did the district give you a choice?
No.
No. Okay. So even there was a better school in your neighborhood than Bragaw was Hawthorne Avenue School, they decided not to give you that choice.
Correct.
Okay. Do you know anything about Hawthorne Avenue School?
Not too much. Not from learning from what other parents have been telling me about them being maybe number 3, number 7, and that it's just parents are just overall dissatisfied with the school. You know, the principal, he's out meeting with the kids, in the morning. And you know, if my child would have to leave Bragaw Avenue School, which we're still trying to fight for, I would send my child to Hawthorne Avenue.
Hawthorne Avenue School. Okay. So typically, you have a number of guys who would hang out on the corner of Clinton Place and St. James. And so this is one area that if they don't see the children, they don't see people out in front of before school, more than likely they'll see them after school. Does that concern you as a parent?
Because sometimes my daughter doesn't know anyone, but she would have to take this walk in the afternoon by herself.
By herself? Why is she doing it by herself?
Well, I have to work.
So you're at work?
I'm at work at 4 o'clock.
Okay. So more than likely your child is going to be walking by herself.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's another abandoned house right there, fire warm as well. Does that bother you?
Yeah, because you know there could be squatters in there, or a fight can start,
okay,
or anything can happen, you know, in this day and time.
Okay.
And, you know, there's people watching kids, put their kids the same route every day.
Okay. And what do you think your child sees when she sees houses that are burned down? And what do you think she says?
She's scared.
She's scared?
Like, yeah, Mommy, how come the house is empty?
Okay.
Or is there anyone living in the home?
Okay. So right now we're approaching George Washington Carver. Now this used to be the entrance of a charter school. But no longer the charter school will be here anymore. And also this is the Jewish medical center for Newark school children. So right now we're approaching George Washington Carver, and we're about to go to the corner of Lehigh Avenue and Clinton Place. And this is one of our busiest streets in the South Newark, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then, you know, sometimes cars they're just flying down the street.
Okay.
They know it's school children here, but they still just drive.
You said they drive recklessly?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and there's another house on the corner, and there's another bus stop. But is this some of the things that you want your child to see when she goes to school every day? Okay.
I have no one looking out for her. At least in my neighborhood school, I have them looking out for her. Driving to my neighbor, or kids that I'm familiar with. I even have a one-on-one relationship with the principal.
Okay.
If I'm not available, he can always call my job or even call my mother.
Okay.
For any concerns that he may have for my daughter.
Okay. All right, so right now we're approaching the entrance of Hawthorne Avenue School. Just as a parent, since we're approaching the front door, what do you think about this walk?
This is a walk. It's really not long walk, but it's a walk.
Especially when you have 2 schools in your neighborhood.
Exactly. And then she would have to leave the house to at least 20 minutes earlier.
20 minutes earlier?
But they don't gotta get here on time. When you got late for the traffic, and you know you start walking so across the street because there is no traffic.
George Washington Carver, even though you passed 2 schools that were open to you. So what do you think?
I think that something has to be done. You know, we continue fighting for the world, but if need be, let us go to the nearest closest school if we go from there.
Can you turn around? Because I think, so you're saying is that, you said that about Hawthorne Avenue School in Bragaw, you said?
Yeah, I will continue fighting for Bragaw because that's in my closest neighborhood, but also the other schools close.
Hawthorne Avenue School. And now, is Hawthorne School, based on what you know, is a better school than George Washington Carver based on test scores?
Yes.
Okay, how do you know that?
I know that from talking to teachers, talking to parents, just being active going to school in the morning time. There's no running in the hallways, and the kids in the classroom.
Okay. Now you also know this is the only school available to children in the South Ward outside of Peshon Avenue that's available for kids for between K through 8, as well as Chancellor Avenue School. And we can take a walk there as well. What do you think about that as being the only option?
I think that's totally unacceptable because of the walk and because it's going to be the class size. It's going to be at least between Hawthorne maybe and Maple Avenue. It'd be like at least 30, 35 kids in the class.
30, 35 children.
And with no just one teacher trying to control the children and get them on one lesson plan.
One lesson plan. So this is Hawthorne. This is where parents like yourself will only have an option is to have this school available to them. And next year in the school budget, they're increasing the amount of children inside this building by 150 students. But they're also taking the students who are Bruce Avenue students who are deaf, who have some type of handicaps. They're removing them from this building and sending them to Technology High School, the school that your child goes to.
Yeah, I don't see how they can put all the kids into one school area because not taking away from the deaf children, but they have to learn on one level as well as the other kids.
Okay. All right. So we want to take a walk to Chancellor.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Take a walk to Chancellor.
Sure.
All right. So let's go take a walk. So now there's two options for you as a parent. If you went to Bragaw Avenue School or Harvard Avenue, it would be George Washington Carver is one option. The other option will be Chancellor Avenue School. So, are you from this neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay. What do you know about Chancellor Avenue School?
Chancellor Avenue, I don't know which one I went to Newport High School.
Okay.
Chancellor Avenue is a quiet but I don't know too much about the school or the attendance.
Let me ask you a question. You know, as a parent, when you see things like this, you see dumpsters on the playground, desks being thrown away, but you also have dumpsters right here on the school playground where children play. What do you think?
I think that's terrible because kids can get hurt. Kids run all the time. If one of those cardboard or desks will fall out of the dumpster and the kids running, they can hurt themselves.
Okay. And you don't think it's safe for children?
No, I don't think it's safe.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like during school time, cars is parked here. So whether the kids really have a chance to or not. Like where's their recess other than the lunchroom?
Okay. Now we're seeing right now. This is what your daughter will be exposed to, every day, in school. And so we have Lyons Avenue. We have a corner of Lyons and Taylor Place. And as you see, not a lot of schools are open right now, but when it becomes a lot later on in the afternoon, when these stores are open, there will be more people on the street. So, on the corners. So today is not your typical day because the kids, today is spring break. Well, we're gonna walk to school. How far it is from BGI. So,
my understanding, they don't want to be around. They say there's no bus transportation.
There's no bus transportation. Did they tell you that they was going to give you bus transportation?
The only thing the assistant superintendent told me was bus tickets for only 2.5 miles.
2.5 miles. Okay. Now, if you were in this street right here, how would you walk from here to Chancellor Avenue School?
I would have to cross over, which means I doubt very seriously there's a crossing guard.
Crossing guard here on Aldine.
And being a light.
Okay.
They wouldn't have a crossing guard where there's a light.
Especially when there's a liquor store right here?
The liquor store, you got guys hanging out. Especially when the liquor store open, in the afternoon, more guys hanging out. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
You also have the camera too. Well,
it's too late.
It's too late. Okay. So now, do you want to go this direction, or do you want to go straight down? It's up to you as a parent.
We can go this way.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down Aldine to Chancellor Avenue, down to the school. So one other thing I want to also mention as well is that this area is going to probably have more students because not only will you have this school, but you also have students who come from Wheatley High School coming this direction to wait for the bus here, or just because they live in the neighborhood. Now, what do you think about that as a parent?
It's not good because my daughter's younger. Which means that when she's quiet, it means they'll start picking with her.
Okay.
And when you talk to her and saying different things to her about not being in the neighborhood.
Not being from the neighborhood, right? Okay.
And then this right here, me and Auntie walking on the street, and she's walking by herself. It's isolated.
Okay.
Right here you see the sun, the shade is out, so you can imagine in the evening time it's going to be, in the winter time it's going to be dark.
Okay.
The sun will fall over.
Okay. So, right now we're walking past the older neighborhood, which is split in, which is all day and weekend. And years ago, this used to be a very affluent, rich neighborhood. So right now, I'm seeing a lot of, it's changed differently. So you have these type of things that you're walking past, your daughter's walking past. Yeah, because when your school is next to a liquor store, more than likely you're going to have liquor bottles, you're going to have, unfortunately, drug vials. So these are the types of things that your child's going to be walking past on a day-to-day basis. So we're going to walk towards our street to the pool of choice. Especially with children going out. Everybody's not looking after their child. Okay. Yeah. So now we're going to be walking. We're walking to our to two more schools. Now, are you aware that also that they're closing Maple Avenue School? Okay, so do you also know that the students that attend Maple Avenue School will either go to Chancellor Avenue School or go to George Washington Carver? What do you think about that? It makes it more private. It makes it more private. They don't already have their own number of kids, maybe 400 or 500. You come out additional school belongings. Okay. It's a lot. And then the kids that's not from around there have to get used to the schoolwork, get used to the way they do things. Okay. So when they talk about school choice, it's really not a choice, is it? No. They're telling you where you have to go. They tell you where you have to go. And they in fact, they get rid of choices for neighborhood school. We have an apartment building here. We actually have 3 apartment buildings. So these are some of the things that you're going to have to walk past here in the. So in fact, we're in a different neighborhood, correct? We went from Cleveland Hill neighborhood to the Weekway neighborhood. And so these are one of the schools that your child will have, be able to attend. If you notice it, we have a number of houses that are abandoned. We have a couple of apartment buildings in this neighborhood that's either empty or not well maintained. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to walk to the corner of Weekway or corner of Chancellor Avenue and walk past Weekway High School. And there's a quiet neighborhood in the evening time that there's natural guys that clean up. Okay. Especially the apartment building. Okay. You have more families. You also have gang signs, graffiti, yeah. So that's what the kids have to walk by every day if they would have to come to Chancellor. Okay. Yeah, this is Baxter. I understand Baxter used to be a really nice. right?
I used to walk to Weequahic, but
Where did you walk from?
Seymour Avenue, over now.
Okay. Where did you go to elementary school?
Well, I went to Blessed Sacrament. They have North Star.
North Star. Wow, so your school that you went to is no longer there anymore. Charter school is taking your school. Okay. So, this is Weequahic High School. One of the other schools that's going to be, do you know that this school may be removed from the city of Newark?
Yes, that's what I heard. I think Eagle will be coming.
Yeah, so what they're going to do is, they're going to put Eagle Academy and Girl Academy at Weequahic High School. I went to a school that you went to, a very historic school, and they plan to take this school and put it, 2 academies in there, and in maybe 3 or 4 years, we may no longer have a high school, a neighborhood high school in this community. What do you think about that?
That's terrible. Because what other high schools do you have left besides Shabazz? And people in Southport can't tell always Shabazz school to school.
Wow.
I mean, that's the only nearest school I know of is Shabazz. But then my student Shabazz is doing some turnover too.
Yeah, so Shabazz has done a great job because they have a great principal. So is the principal currently at Weequahic High School. However, if those 2 neighborhood high schools are not open to us anymore, then the question becomes for kids in this neighborhood, where do you go to school? So now we have, on our left-hand side, we have Chancellor Annex. Chancellor Annex, and we have Chancellor Avenue School. So your child won't be going to Chancellor Annex. Your child will be going to Chancellor Avenue School. So Chancellor Annex is an older building. It had a pool inside of it, but this is 1 or 2 schools, the 2 end schools that they plan to get rid of as well. So what we're going to do is so this school may not be around here in the next couple of years, because actually this is one of the schools that they were going to get rid of last year, but because parents fought back, they couldn't get rid of the school. But also this has a gym and has a pool downstairs. These are 2 assets for this community. But if you get rid of the pool, you don't have a pool for this neighborhood. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to Chancellor Avenue School, which is one of the renewed schools that Candy Anderson put in, and also we're going to go past Weequahic High School as well. Weequahic High School has been around for a while, for a long time. It's very historic. It used to be the #1 school in the country several years ago. It's a beautiful high school. I agree with
Make our buildings 21st century.
I agree with you. Why not make our buildings 21st century? What do you think?
Charter schools is better, but to me they're not. They give more homework up to homework. Take kids out of charter schools and put them in public schools, which they have done at the Bragaw the last few years.
Now this is Weequahic High School. This is one of the schools that they're looking to get rid of. As a parent, and also as alumni, what do you think about them getting rid of Weequahic High School? You don't think they should? It's part of the community. How you doing? Now they have a community gym in the back. And now when you get rid of the school, you also get rid of the community gym as well. And this entire neighborhood, you also get rid of the opportunity for kids to actually go to the Ottoman Field up the street. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to walk up the street and we'll walk up to the school that you're trying to promote. Because most likely, most of the charter schools, they put gates on top of their playground area so they can keep their cars inside the playground, as well as provide access to their own children. But it's not for the community. It's not for people like your child. They may want to go to the playground to play some basketball, maybe jump rope. It's not open for them. So what do you think about illuminating community space here in the city of Newark?
I think it's charming because I know in Bragaw, in my neighborhood, the kids in the summertime, that's when the boys go play basketball. To keep, they're going to keep trying to keep them out of trouble.
Okay.
But when you're eliminating a playground, where else is for them to go?
Okay. Now you said something about after school. Now you also know that they're cutting after school programs during the summer as well as during the school year. What do you think about that?
I just think she's trying to dismantle everything. Everything is about a price. I understand if they want to charge more, they want to charge for some program. Everything is about business, it's about money with her.
Now again, this is another school that I'll be open to you as a parent. This is Chancellor Avenue School. And remember, in your neighborhood school, once your school is closed, you have two choices. You have George Washington Carver, that you walk from. You also have Chancellor Avenue School, the one that we're in front of. Those are the only two choices that you have available for the two schools that's in your neighborhood that's going to be closed.
It's too far.
It's too far?
It's too far for my child to have to walk it. I mean, it's true, I can walk with her every day, but what happens in the afternoon when I'm at work? She would have to take this walk by herself, and it's no more. It's like maybe 15, 20 minutes for her.
15, 20 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. And this is something that you have to take your child to school and pick your child up if you had time, correct?
Correct.
Now, is there a bus that goes directly from your neighborhood over here?
No, she had to catch two buses.
She had to catch two buses. Okay.
For here, she had to catch a 27 downtown.
Okay.
And then the 39 up.
So she had the 27 and then the 39 up.
Yes.
Okay. But if she didn't take the 27, she would probably take the 13 and walk across Aldine.
Yeah, she could do that, but that's still a walk because you're walking past abandoned buildings, walking past guys hanging on the corner, and it's just not safe. She doesn't have any siblings with her, so she would have to take that walk by herself.
Now, if me ask you another question as a parent, if times you have to pick your child up, maybe for nosebleed or because they were sick, maybe you come to the school for PTA. Can you explain to me a little bit more about, whether that encourages or discourages you as a parent to participate in your school?
I would participate in the school, but it makes it harder.
Makes it harder?
It makes it harder because now I have to allow more transportation.
Okay.
Because I'm at work, I have to leave work and I would have to come here. And it's just more time.
Now you also know that the later it becomes, the darker it gets.
Yes.
So would you put your daughter into an after-school program? Maybe basketball, robotics?
Yeah, I would. But if you just think about it, if there's more kids enrolled, those kids may be able to get to the program before she can. Like kids that's already enrolled. The parents may already have them enrolled. And so what I did was I called a couple of places that for after school, pick her up and bring her home. And it's like almost like $125 a week.
$125 a week as a parent to pick your child up and
take them to their program and then bring them home.
So it's a financial burden.
Yes.
It's more expensive to take your child out of a neighborhood school to put them into a different neighborhood. Is that correct?
Well, you got to eat lunch every day.
You got to eat lunch every day.
Yes.
So this is your neighborhood school. This is Chancellor Avenue School, which would be one of the two options that you have as a parent if you lived in the Clinton Hills neighborhood. So we're going to walk back to your school, okay?
Okay.
So if you walk from here, how would you get home?
I could walk up, or I could just walk from where we came from.
Okay.
One likely she probably go back her familiar way.
So let's try a different route. Let's go this direction, then we'll go through the park.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. But as children, they always try to go their familiar way.
Okay.
So I know my daughter, she don't want to go anywhere. She's more afraid. I mean, she's sociable, but she's afraid to walk like past a lot of guys. And that's my concern.
Okay.
With her walking past 3 or 4 guys standing point at a time.
Okay. Now, what we're doing is we're leaving Chancellor Avenue School. we're going to head back to your neighborhood school. So what we found is that this is a little bit more difficult from where you live to where they're sending you. Got it. So this is the football field that was remodeled, rebuilt a few years ago. And over time, Weequahic High School and Shabazz High School, which is known for their Thanksgiving games, have played in this stadium. And there are thousands of parents, alumni, and people at this football game. As a parent, what do you think about, like, what does it mean about mission broken up in the school district?
Breaking up communities. I have come to Thanksgiving games where I've seen all the people I went to school with. And it's like one reunion. And I think everybody needs to be able to come together as one. Because when I was going to Weequahic, they didn't have other fields.
They didn't have other
They were
fields?
they were just starting the construction. But every city, beautiful field there, it's like an honor to be able to say, I graduated from Weequahic.
Okay.
And for them to dismantle it, it's just totally wrong. But this is what we all come together during the Thanksgiving games.
So Weequahic High School football field, Letterman Field, has provided a sense of community to our community by putting people who are alumni, who are just people who live in the neighborhood to watch a football game at Thanksgiving or just to keep people together. You also have Pop Warner football games here as well. So we're going to walk down this street, because this may be a route that your daughter may take.
It's right there, it's quiet, it's isolated, but then that could be an issue too. Where being isolation, like there's nobody out here. My understanding, Weequahic may be out earlier than the elementary kids. I'm not sure. But then you got the guys who they're working, and it's quiet. It's quiet out here. I'm quiet like this all year.
Okay.
During the school year.
Now you have, so say if it's about September or October, when your child is getting out of school because of, extended learning time.
Yeah.
And we know that in order for our children to do well, there are studies that say we want to increase the day from 2:45 to 4 o'clock to 4:30. So by the time your child stays to go home, they're leaving their building about 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock, and it's dark. You have about 5 traffic lights here, but this entire area is dark. So as a parent, do you feel safe?
No, not at all. Because I don't feel safe myself walking 6 o'clock in the evening. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I know in a child's mind, there may be apprehensive about walking down the street. Like my daughter, she'll call me in a minute, and she may say, "Come get me."
Okay.
But if I'm at work, I would have to call somebody. But it's just hard because now, with her being scared of coming home by herself, that makes me have to get a transportation service. So that's another burden on me, and not including, like next year, my son be graduating.
Okay.
So that's more financial burden I have to deal with.
So not only do you have to pay for your son's, college education, but you also have to pay for your daughter's transportation.
True.
So as a parent, it doesn't really help you, even from financially, to have your neighborhood school closed. In fact, let me ask you a question. If you had to budget your money and make a decision on college education for your child or transportation for your youngest, and there were 2 choices you had to make, would it be more difficult for you to say, I'm going to put my child into school because I can afford it?
Because I can't tell my son he can't go to college.
You can't tell him you can't go to college.
Because that's one of his dreams, to go to college. So that wouldn't be fair to take from one child to give to another.
Okay. So it's actually, this is not helping you as a parent.
So it's not, it makes me like, I don't sleep for the night, apprehensive, deciding what's going to happen in the coming school year. And I'm trying to eliminate some budgets, I have to eliminate
can actually afford school. You can afford school twice. You can afford your son's college education, and you afford your daughter's transportation. So what we're doing right now is we're going to walk through the park. So if your child were to come here, it's the fastest way to get from the school home. They'll probably walk through probably this. It's just a faster route. For now. And probably more people in the park. So what we have right now is that we have this is the baseball field that people are exposed to. They get a chance to play in, and that's a good thing. Not sure what this is. I think it might be a baseball net. I don't know what it is. It's a bar, right? So, right now we're heading, from...
I had never walked through this park.
You never walked through here?
I never walked through this park.
Wow. So if you ever walked through this park, your daughter's going to walk through this for the first time.
There's a quicker way, but I know she probably can't do it because she's bringing out. And if she makes friends, she'll probably be
Okay. Okay. But you would encourage your daughter to have, walk buddies.
Yeah, walking group.
Walking group.
And the only thing downfall of that is when I'm at work, right now, she's home maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and my grandmother's okay. But then my grandmother, she was really upset because she's 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. She called me at work and said, call the school and said she left the school.
So right now, we are walking through St. Peter's Park. Call it Reading. And we're going to walk to walk home. And we get a chance to see, how close it is, how far it is, where you live. Now, maybe some people, when they say, well, it's not that far, they don't understand how long the walk is, do they?
It's short.
You're driving the car. And you rely on that transportation. So we're heading out to another busy street. More than likely, your daughter's gonna have to cross this street to get to her neighborhood, not get to her neighborhood. More than likely, there's not going to be crossing guards here on this corner. And so, there's another, burden that you have to take on.
Because I always told her to cross at the light. But now, if she's in my car, she's going to be crossing the street.
Okay.
Which means she have to look, you have to look both ways before the crossing.
So, and there's a highway up the street, you know that, right? There's no caution signs that are up here. So let's do this right. Let's go down Pleasant Street, where that goes directly into, where you live. So this is another neighborhood. Walking past West Fargo, right left-hand side. Pretty far off. Just before, you ready to put it for some adults, but really typical day?
It may take us from, say, school get at 4 or 4:30. It may take us about 5:10.
And if you have to pick your child up, that increases your walk time by 30 minutes a day. For an hour a day, because you have to go to the school, they come back. So that's about an hour.
I have to walk her every day. Now I have to pick her up on Friday. And of course, when I'm off.
Okay.
And that's the kid, don't get her 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be late. You probably wonder where, where are you?
Okay. So, this is Resident Street. And it's a very busy street. You have a lot of three-family homes in this area. You have a lot of people live here. It can be very dark at times.
It's very dark street. I had walked a lot.
Toys.
At least you know they have children, right?
Yeah. So, typical day. Are you aware that there's no stop sign that stops the traffic from coming this direction?
You just gotta cross that
Right. So, and that's also another dark area back here on your left hand side.
And the cars, they swing over. So you get into the car and you go over this way.
So we're gonna switch to this side. So you can go to this side. So right now we're gonna be heading towards the neighborhood school, and we have the close-knit community, but you also have the gate and all this area. And then so. So we're about maybe 15 minutes away from Bragaw School, and we always got to cross this bridge. Now typically this bridge is always colder. have to take
First and
them.
second graders.
That's you're absolutely right. You know why? Because the first graders are not admitted if they live in this neighborhood to the 2 charter schools that are open. So you may have a kindergarten child or a first grader, a second grader, a third grader who want to go to a neighborhood school without being a part of a lottery. That school is not available to them because it's not in the neighborhood where they live. Great observation.
I just can imagine my first grader taking this walk, a second grader.
And you gotta pick your child up.
You have to, but you can't
It's a second grader.
And the thing with the one Newark plan that she has out, if the schools, if you pick the Bragaw Commute Life Academy, they say, and you're not picked for that school, you gotta go to another school.
You gotta go to another school, right?
So it's not just they saying they're taking K through 3. That's not true.
So they're only taking the K through 3 if you apply through the lottery, if you're accepted based on the lottery process, and your child can be admitted. But if you just simply live in the neighborhood, your child may not be admitted into the neighborhood school.
What parent will get first grader? Get this one. Nobody will get first grader. It's hard for my friend. She's going to fifth, which means she's out of the bar anyway. But if the plan go the way they want it to, so that's my fifth grade. I'm asking this about her taking this ball. I can't think about first grade.
So it's not even just about your child, it's about the other children in this neighborhood. It's about all kids. It's about having a right to go to school in the neighborhood where you live. And if you choose not to go to a charter school, if you're just not accepted to a charter school, or you may have some special needs that a charter school may not offer you, at the very least, you have a neighborhood school that you can go to school to. And this is your neighborhood school. School. We walked all the way down to the 2 schools that are open to you, but there's a neighborhood school around the corner from where you live, and that's Bragaw School. So this is not really about choice. It's about safety. It's about safety. So tell me what you think about this walk.
This walk is very intense. It took us at least from Carver to Chancellor, I'd say maybe a good 45 minutes, maybe to an hour. And just imagine what a child has to go through every day.
What about a parent?
And a parent also, because I would have to take this walk in the morning. Then I would have to worry all day long. It's time for my child to get out of school. Did she get home safe? Did anybody mess with her? Did she get encountered with any kid who want to fight her? It's just too much. And then I only feel better once I know she's in the door. And to go through that every day from September to June, that's heart-wrenching.
So your recommendation is to keep these schools open?
Keep the schools open. The schools in our neighborhood. We have a right to choose where we want to send our kids to.
And you don't think this is choice?
I don't think what she's doing is not choice. She's telling us what we have to do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Thank you, Mr. Cami.
Thank you, Tawanda.